and bring us together as a community and as a collective. And because consent matters, I do have your permission to say a prayer. Why have I never done this before? Have I done this before? This sounds like... Okay, well, I'm gonna do this more often. To have your permission to say a prayer. Okay. I'm just gonna place my hands right here, okay? Okay. Dear universe and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, possibility of you being able to connect with at least one of them. Say you don't want somebody in your age bracket, say you want to go a different age bracket, even better, even more people. So yes, you can still connect with someone, yes, but you have to love yourself, you have to take care of yourself. And self-care is so important. You have to keep yourself up. And when I say keep yourself up, I'm not talking about living to someone else's standard of beauty. No. I'm saying when you close your eyes and you see beauty, authentic beauty, the most beautiful expression of who you are now, what does that look like? And don't make it something that is so drastically different than you that you're setting unrealistic standard. No. What about yourself now is beautiful? And how can you accentuate that? How can you bring notice into that and take pride in that? And I tell you about my friend all the time, where I said that she would put so much thought into her appearance, and we dress very different. She's an artist, so she's very artsy. So sometimes she does the full paint, sometimes she does all kinds of stuff. But what I love about her the most is that she takes the time to really adorn herself the way that she wants to show up in the world. What she smells like, what she wears. And sometimes going places with her, it doesn't make sense what she has on. But it makes her feel good. It makes her feel bold, and she brings people into her life because of that. So I'm saying to you, find what makes you happy. Find what makes you feel special. Find what makes you feel bold. And do it. And experience life. And be okay. Be okay. Just exhale. Exhale, exhale. Now, I need to figure out a way of taking a vote or tracking those who fall in love in the community, like, hey, started to tap into this love theme, and I'm falling in love, because I've been doing this a couple of years, and I have read comments where people are like, oh my gosh, I experience X, Y, and Z. And I like to think that, especially in these love sessions, what happens to be some of my favorite sessions, as long as they're not focused on externalizing love only, But I love to see when people realize that being in love and having love and bringing love into their life is in their control. Because so many people feel like it's not in their control. They feel like they're waiting for someone to rescue them. They feel like they're waiting for someone to rescue them. They feel like they are not the image of what they think someone who deserves to be loved should be. They feel like, their time has passed, or they're just nervous, they don't know how to be patient, or they don't know themselves, they're looking for love, and they want to externalize that love so bad that they just don't give it to themselves. Give it to yourself. Just give it to yourself. Every day that you feel lonely, look at yourself in the mirror and say, you are not alone, I'm here with you. And I'm always going to be here with you, and I'm going to love you endlessly and completely. And any love that you thought you were going to get from someone else, I'm going to give you 10 times more. And we are going to open our life up for people to come into our life, but I know it is my responsibility to love myself to the highest level first. That is what the mindset is there. And by doing that, you are modeling to others how to treat you, so it becomes easy to be in love with you. A lot of people do not know who they are, and so it might be tough to be in love with that kind of person, because they're looking for the person outside of them to tell them who to be or how to love. And if they don't know themselves, people aren't necessarily in each other's mind cycle, stages, experiences. And with that being said, just know that it is okay to surrender to the universe and be like, universe, I want to be loved fully. I want partnership in my life, and I believe and trust that that will come into my life. And until then, I'm going to love myself fully and greatly and in the biggest way possible. Do that and see what happens. And don't just do it for a day and then try to come on back here. Do it for a year. And tell me what happens. You'll be really surprised at the type of love that you bring into your life. Again, billions of people in the world, billions, and you think you can't find, or it's not going to work out with the prayer button. No, the right energy is there, looking for you, waiting for you to be ready, like they're trying to be ready too. So just remember that. Just connect in with that. Well, babies, I hope you enjoyed this session, and I hope that you connect to love. I hope you bring love into your life. I hope you let love flourish and grow and just be wonderful. I want to remind you that we have, a couple more days. I'm trying to think if we might be over with Love Month by the time this airs. But we have a couple more moments of Love Month on the My People community. If you would like to join the My People community, it's free. It's called the MP community. And let me tell you about it a little bit since we've got some time. The My People community, how it started was, I told a story a long time ago about my grandmother. And my grandma used to make me go to church with her, and I just didn't like going to church. I was like, I grew up around a lot of different sects of Christianity, and I think because of that, it was always confusing. It wasn't necessarily like, wait, which one's the right one? And not just Christianity, there were so many traditions around me. And she was such a spiritual person, but then she also went to church, and she went to she was Baptist church, and I just didn't see her peers doing the same thing. I didn't understand how she felt this fluidity and this freedom around spirituality and still felt so warm and at home in church when the people around her would not feel as safe as she was exploring and questioning the universe. And then I asked her, I was like, look, I don't want to go. I'm like a teenager, I'm like preteen right now. Like, I don't want to go. And I didn't understand why she went, because I was like, well, you told me that, this and that is not historically accurate. See, this is where I get it from, y'all. And she was like, I don't go to learn in that kind of way. I can learn on my own. I go there to be with my no, I go there because my mama went to church and my mama went to church. I go there to be with my people, and that's how the My People community came. I realized that one thing that religion has is it has this sense of connectedness and community. No matter what, having a place where people feel safe, and that's what I hope Reiki Healing Hope has created for so many people. But I also think religion can be limiting. There are certain situations in which if you are, some type of otherness, you may not feel accepted. Like I've seen quite a few churches that I enjoyed, and then once they started to be homophobic, I'm like, I'm not gonna stay here and be tolerated. Baby, I'm going to be celebrated, and all kinds of interesting things. And I thought, with the Reiki Healing Hope community, it transcends Reiki. Reiki is an energy healing modality, and there's so many other modalities out there, but I think that the word Reiki is very synonymous right now with energy healing and this spiritual take on energy healing, even though Reiki is not a spiritual thing. And I think with that being said, I feel as though the universe has guided me at the right place at the right time to create this community so that nobody feels like they are left alone or that they are by themselves. I look at myself as someone creating uninterrupted created space so people can flourish and they can feel good, especially if there were times of healing that they just really needed space. And I don't like to do it behind the gaze of religiosity, because I think sometimes if you take anything too far, you may not see that you need medical intervention or mental health or emotional health support intervention and things like that. And so in that community, it's just people just filling each other up. And so it's been about a month. It's such a wonderful community. If you'd like to join it, it's called thempcommunity.com. You can go there and join. I also moved the Patreon there, so you can join the Mystic community there too. And that is one where we're still working on those 52-week challenge goals. We're meeting. We have energy sessions that come up, and just conversation and dialogue. We have chat, posting and all kinds of stuff. So it's a way to connect, in a fuller way. And a lot of times for me, it's I am talking to you and I can read the comments, but these communities give us all an opportunity for you to post within the community, for you to chat within the community, for you to create space and hold space within the community too. So that was really, really important for me. So I hope you take some time to go check that out. Again, it's the mpcommunity.com, and that is where you can learn all about the upcoming Reiki apprenticeship. And again, I spent a lot of time thinking about how to make things better. I've been running this apprenticeship for a couple of years, and each year I think about it, how to make it better, how to make it better, how to make it better. No two cohorts have ever been the same. I think about how can I address how to be a good energy healing practitioner. You learn foundations and Reiki and things like that, but you're going to love and want to learn other modalities. How can I do that? Also, how can I showcase other strong knowledge base that I have, like herbal knowledge and astrology? And most importantly, there will be those of you who are in this experience who want to build community the way that I've built community, and they want to fund their life doing it. And so it was important for me to make a segment on esoteric business training to understand that. And to me, the way that I have sculpted it out, it takes an entire year. We walk through it as a collective, and I learned so much from you all, and we learn so much from each other too. And again, I see it as I'm holding uninterrupted space so that you can flourish. Now, some people go into the journey just wanting to heal themselves. That's how I went into my Reiki training. I just wanted to heal myself. I had no intention of working with others. Whatever, it's a combination of things. The way that I teach is you are your first client. You're the most important client. So you have to apply the things that you're doing, and you have to hold space for yourself consistently as you are going through the process, and you have to show up for yourself when you're ready to be out here in the world. So babies, thank you for plucking, poking, pulling away stress. So if you're new to the community, welcome, 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 babies. This is your nightly self-care routine, sweetheart. So you do whatever you need to do during this time I say all of this in the name of I am. I say, okay. So, let's just take any doubt, any worry, any fear, and really get you back in control of your destiny, of your life, of the moment. Learning how to enjoy the moment, each moment, a precious miracle of life, deserves your fullness. It deserves a moment to be open to the possibilities, to be one, to not try too hard, but to still try. And let's just move any obstacles out of your way. I'm just going to pull out any old habits, old beliefs, old karma, old energy that just needs to be removed, that is taking up too much space, that is weighing down on you, and just sending it on to its next evolutional experience. And just breathing in and out here, sweetness. Yes, babies, you're doing a great job. And just relax here. Good job, sweetheart. Good job. Good job, sweetheart. Good job. Good job. Good job. And just send that old energy on. Send it on. Okay. Send it on. And just work through that. in a certain vibrational state for a long time, we start to imprint that vibrational state all around us. So not only do we feel that way, our home feels that way, how people interact feels like that with us, our friends, our family. That is the feeling. So when you try to break that and you try to shift yourself and you notice that everything outside of you is still the same, that's because it has a very strong hold on you. But also understand that when you vibrate at a different level, a level that is more helpful to you, you can imprint that on the same things, your environment, the energy with the people around you and things like that. So if ever you didn't feel so good, it'll bring you back. So the work here, babies, is to take the energy that is no longer working for you, basically cleanse it out of your entire life, and then build up that new energy that will work for you. And that sweetness takes time, okay? I know it is so tempting, love, in this time of instant gratification. You get everything you want now. You can get anything you want in 2 days. You can get anything you want in 2 days tops. That's not how this works. This is you're taking each little piece that is no longer working and flipping it, changing the energy. So when you're ready to make that change, life will present you with these situations in which you have to make a new choice. You can't do things as they've always been. What would those situations look like? One situation might be an opportunity to take a job that you don't feel like you're ready for, but you're being given an opportunity. Now, if you sink down really low, you'll continue to vibrate at the vibrational rate that you are at. So what that means is that, the universe says, we want to push you up. And you say, I'm not ready, no, no, no. And the universe says, don't worry, you're going to get ready, we're going to push you up. Embrace that. Another thing is, when you are surrounded by, people in your life, friends, family, things like that, and you know that you want to change your dynamic, so you start to respond differently. Now, people, just because you respond differently doesn't mean that people are going to treat you instantly differently. You have to change your energy, and guess what? That also means you gotta let go of some people. Some people will not be able to make it with you because they're not ready to change. So those things are very difficult. You may feel like you're ready for these changes in your life, and these things pop up, and many people will start to backslide. What you want to do is just be very clear on if you're ready to make these changes, if you're ready to move forward in your energetic path, if you're ready to leave certain things behind, and also be kind and nurturing to yourself. If you're not ready to take on that new job, if you're not ready to leave those old people behind, it's okay. It is okay. But if you are ready, the universe will always provide. The universe will always get you there. For only way you can really start to share those beautiful gifts out with the universe, out with the world, is if you take the risk to bet on yourself. I've watched many people over the years sacrifice all of their beautiful gifts because they were too afraid. What were they afraid of? They don't even know what they're afraid of. But most of it was imposter syndrome. But again, nobody knows what they're doing out here. You got this. Second, it was their identity. You know, if you associate yourself with a certain identity, you may not give yourself the flexibility to change or be different, but understand that you will establish a new identity, or that your identity has different core features and core values, and that's okay. The last part would be the support of others. Just cleanse that away. The support of others is so important, you know, even at Reiki Healing Hope here in this energy. What makes this beautiful is that we have a collective community who's working on themselves, doing their own thing, but here to support each other, because community matters, collective energy matters, and if you feel like you're doing it on your own, you might be less likely to do it, but baby, that is a part of it. That's just a part of the process, a part of the transition when you're moving away from old things. It can be scary, it can be tough, but trust and believe in yourself and you will get to your other side. Believe that. Just to continue to pull all that away. So just pulled out all of the stuff that just didn't work for you anymore, that was no longer helpful in your journey, that kept you shackled to these things, these beliefs, these understandings that no longer serve you. It's time to let them go. So I'm going to continue to pull that out here. Pull that energy out, pull that energy out, pull that energy out. Pull that energy out, pull that energy out, pull that us together as a community and as a collective. And because consent matters, to have your permission to say a prayer. Okay, let's go. Ready? Dear universe and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Okay, so just balance it here. Okay, so anything that's been coming up lately, as you inhale and exhale, feel free to let it go. You don't have to hold on to the what ifs. What if it ain't gonna work? What if, blah, 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 blah. Feel free. Feel free to let it go. Let go of everything that's taking up too much space and instead replace it with just peace, balance, and openness to embody love. Love is such a straightforward thing, to be honest with you. It's less about only hyper-focusing on romantic love. Love transcends all of those types of relationships. Love is everywhere. Love is the connectedness. The love we have for ourselves sets the tone. It is the most foundational aspect of the love that we have from others. So, whenever we work on love, we always start from the self. Self-care, self-appreciation, self-worth. You have to make sure you have the highest sense of yourself. The highest appreciation for what you bring to the table. Because if you don't, you have no business expecting someone else to fill in that gap for you. Why? Because there's going to be an undercurrent of always looking for something outside of you to fill you up, rather than just taking the time to fill your own self up so that you can enjoy the time you spend with other people. It doesn't become like, oh, I need you to do this, this, and that, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not that at all. It's just you allow it to be. And I think it's important to note the love that we have from those close people in our lives. Sometimes it's friends. Sometimes it's family. It can also be romantic. It can also be community and collective love. There's so many different types of love. I don't think that we should just hyper focus on romantic love. Romantic love is important, but it's not the only type of love out there. And when we cleanse, clear, and balance out love, we're balancing out all aspects of love. Everything included, not just romantic love. Think about it. The relationship that you had with your mother or with your father. The relationship you had with your first best friend or your closest friends. The relationship you have with your community or your significant other, or the deepest relationship you will ever have in your life is the relationship that you have with yourself. The only person you can't really lie to. Now you can be in denial, okay, but you gotta keep it real. You can be like, I don't want to think about it, but you know. So I always think we should start with how we love ourselves. What do? Do we have faith in ourselves? ourselves? Do we have patience with ourselves? Are we understanding towards ourselves? Do we have love for all that we are interested in? All of those things are important. So just removing every piece, and any little thing coming up, and let's just send it on. Send it somewhere. Just smooth this out. Okay. And just have patience in yourself. Believe in yourself. Trust yourself. Now, I wouldn't be me if I didn't show you some cheat codes, okay? So let's get into some cheat codes. Ready? The first cheat code is if you want romantic love, if you want that right person, either for right now or right forever, I'm going to tell you this one thing, and if you follow it, it will 100% work out. I know that's a steep claim, but I truly believe that this is real and true. You ready? People are always attracted to happy people. And I don't mean like you're faking it till you make it happy. I mean people that genuinely are enjoying life. So if you go find things that you're passionate about, you go after things that you want, and you enjoy life and you're just happy in life, people can't help but be attracted to that. That's gonna attract people to you. Now, it's gonna attract tons of people, both people that you might want to explore more, and some where you're like, because there's two types of categories of people when they see you living your best life and your blessed life. The ones, this first category that you should avoid, are the ones that wish they could be doing it themselves. They don't know how to do it, so they try to live through you, but then they try to live their dreams through you. It's real weird and messy. Basically, they admire you for that, but they resent you for it at the same time, and it's not going to present like that in the beginning. It might present very normal and innocent. Just pay attention. See what they have going on in their life. See how they truly feel about what you love and what you're passionate about, and that'll tell you a lot of things. The second group are the people who see you. They love what you're doing and they want to just support you. That's it. They just want to be around your energy. And when you get to know them, they have other things going on for themselves. They have things that they're working on. They have things that they love, things that they're growing towards. They're not asking you for anything except just to be happy for you. And in turn, you then can be happy for them. Now, it is that simple. How do you just go out there and be happy if you have a heartbreak? If you maybe don't feel as confident as you want to feel? Let me tell you something, okay? You just take it one baby step at a time. because you weren't perfect or life didn't happen in the perfect way that you had hoped it to happen, you will attract that kind of people or you attract nobody at all. Now, there is a caveat, and let me tell you what that is. If you decide to stay in your house and communicate with no one ever, they will not find you. You have to put yourself out there. That's just a reality. You can't be over here hiding under a rock and then be like, I don't know where they're out of here. But here's the thing. When you're actively loving and living life, you'll be too busy experiencing that to even be worried about trying to find somebody. Or it doesn't feel as agonizing and things like that. I'm just trying to imagine, because I think, I think that this is the highlight, the highlight season, the season of exploration and fun and peace and love and joy. And let's just take down all of those things that do not serve you. Do not serve you anymore. And to send them on to somewhere else another time, not to bother you, mess with you, or anything. Just let it be, okay? Just calm this down. You can have what you're looking for. You will have what you need, and it will work out, okay, sweetness? Well, babies, I hope you enjoyed our session today, and I hope you are taking this time to find relief when it comes to any unnecessary pressure you could be placing on yourself when it comes to love. Don't worry about it, okay? It is going to work itself out. It will always work itself out. Don't worry, don't sweat the small stuff, okay? Don't sweat the small stuff. Slim to your thing. And just know that you deserve to have love. You will have love, but it starts from the love that you give yourself first. So that is why I think you should join the Love Magnet program. It's a wonderful program, and it really reshapes your mind and balances out your energy. Again, this program is only available this month, and there's something that you can work on each day. I send a notification out each day, and you actually get it, unlike, how it be like sometimes here. You will actually get this notification, and that's why I built this new free membership, because I just was tired of reading some of the comments like, oh my gosh, I don't know, I don't get to see you anymore, I'm subscribed, Don't even worry about it, baby boo. I done figured it out, okay? So jump on over there. Next month, we're going to be doing our Saturn and Pisces. So for all the babies with Saturn in return and Pisces, I asked y'all the question, and I'm giving y'all the, and I already got the event up there, so we're having events over there too. We have like live chats, all kinds of stuff going on over there, and you would RSVP there too, but I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, okay? Check out the love program. And babies, if no one has said it, let me go and say it. I love you, but make sure you love yourself a little bit more each and every day. And one more thing, I have to say this. Those who want to see you blossom and or bloom, I am Jet Sup. I'm a Reiki master, teacher, and intuitive, and today we have a special healing session. It is all about pulling away and removing anxiety, depression, in order to bring you peace, more, your next step, your next level. So we always do some shadow work, and then we go to the light work, because when we let go of things and we create that space, we fill that space up with new opportunities, growth opportunities to go forward. So if you're new to the community, welcome, babies. This is your nightly, daily, or whenever you come here to do what you do when you do here. Self-care experience, self-care routine. And so since you're new, you depression is more of the shame of the past. So what we have to do is we have to get ourselves in the present moment. Now, first things first, it's okay to have feelings. Okay? Sometimes those feelings are happiness, sadness, whatever that is. So if you're experiencing any of these feelings, it's okay. But staying stuck in one feeling for too long may not be helpful. Just like in your life, sometimes you might stay stuck in one area of your life, whether you feel like you're trying to grow into something else and you just can't move forward, or maybe you're given a choice to expand and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna stay here, kind of enabling the self. So whatever that is, we have to be fluid like water. We have to continue to take movement and momentum. So let's work through the future first. You can trust the future. It'll always work out for you, because things aren't that complicated. All it is you deciding, this is what I want, this is where I'm going to go, and I have everything that I need. And so say that to yourself, this is what I want, this is where I'm going to go, and I have everything I need. This is what I want, this is where I want to go, and I have everything that I need. Bring your hands here to your heart and connect in with your energy. Meaning, as you follow the flow of your energy, breathe deeply here. As you follow the flow of your energy forward in your life, you understand that the energy shows up first, and then everything else changes, everything else adjusts. So breathe here. Keep breathing. Keep flowing in this direction. And just say to yourself, I trust myself. I have everything that I need. It will work out. I trust myself. I have everything I need. It will work out. I trust myself. I have everything I need. It will work out. I trust myself. I have everything I need. It will work out. I trust myself. I have everything I need. It will work out. I trust myself. I have everything I need. It will work out. Okay. So now let's work on the depression side. And again, bringing the hands to heart. Some people have just feelings that linger for quite a while, and you can even have experiences in life that are tough and that you're just moving through things and processing things. So you're not a robot. You don't have to force yourself to move forward quicker than what you need to. Take your time. It's okay. Here we're going to be releasing the shame of the past. What that means is, whoever you used to be, no matter what you've done, no matter how you used to think of life, you say, I forgive myself, and I'm so happy I get to try again. I forgive myself, and I'm so happy I get to try again. I forgive myself, and I'm so happy I get to try again. I forgive myself, and I'm so happy I get to try again. And bring that energy through your entire body. I forgive myself, and I'm so happy I get to try again. I forgive myself, and I'm so happy I get to try again. I forgive myself, and I'm so happy I get to try again. Just say it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I'm so happy, I'm so happy, I'm so happy, I'm so happy, I'm so happy. I forgive myself, I forgive myself, I forgive myself. I'm gonna try again, I'm gonna try again. So in the healing journey, when you are healing, it may feel tough emotionally because you're showing up, but the healing part is the part in the time for you to nurture and love and care on yourself and be sweet to yourself, to give yourself that nourishment. And once you're ready to grow, to manifest, do light work, that's when it's uncomfortable, but it's a good discomfort. You have to step into a whole new, unrecognizable life, and you have to then relearn how to approach challenges. Challenges are no longer traumas, they're opportunities, they're just how it goes in order to get the wisdom to work through things. understand that you're able to help a lot of people because you found your way through the darkness into the light. You found something that just made you hope. And you know what? It doesn't have to be perfect. You just show up each and every day. And eventually certain things just get easier than the way things used to be. So trust yourself. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. I want you to say that. I trust myself. 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 So just cleansing through here, breathing in and out. Release another time. Release. And then one more time. Does it feel good? Do you feel balanced? Find balance. 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 Find balance and just release. Let go. Let go of any old way of doing things. Just be in your body in the moment. Say to yourself, I'm so excited to be alive. I'm so excited to be in this moment. I show up each and every day and I experience life, and I want you to redefine what that experience of life happens to be. It doesn't have to look like society's standard. It doesn't have to look like someone else's standard. What do you want? Maybe it's every day walking out and seeing the sun and watching the wind in the trees and feeling your connectedness tonight to life. Another thing might be being able to create something, building something, sharing something, allowing it to materialize in this world. It can be a combination of all these things, having family, having connections, having relationships. Whatever that is, breathe that into your soul, your energy, and your spirit. Understand that this energy can be worked through, and you can take that energy and you can send it in other directions. That's a lot of what we work on in the apprenticeship, how to transmute that energy and use it, repurpose it. In this moment, just release, exhale, send it on, release, exhale, send it on, release, exhale, send it on, release, and exhale, and send it on. Let it go. 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 Free your heart. Free your mind. Free your body. Free your soul. You are safe. You are safe. You are safe. And you are safe. Well, babies, I hope you enjoyed this session today, and I hope it brought release. I hope you were able to do the shadow work as well as the light work in this session. Show up for yourself. Be sweet to yourself. Be present in this experience. There's so much that you have to share and to give. Unlearn self-sabotaging in love. So we're going to be doing that through pulling and plucking away any of those things that may come up. So if you're new to the community, welcome, 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 babies. This is your nightly self-care routine, sweetness. This is a time where you do whatever you need to do for your self-care journey. That could be participating in the healing, or falling asleep, or just setting out this time to do whatever you need to do during this outside just happens. It's kind of like an added bonus. So let's go ahead and work through that. So as we start our session off with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer, just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and bring us together as a community, as a collective. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay, babies, let's go. Dear universe, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest intention and validate information from our highest self only. Please allow us to let go of the things that we need to let go and embrace the things that allow us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Okay. So, as I'm working, we'll just talk through what's going on, okay? So unlearning these love habits, first and foremost. Love can be romantic, it can be platonic, it can be in your family, you know, and a lot of the ways that we love, it looks very similar across the board. So for whatever reason, you know, how love is showing up in your life, it's okay, you know, it's okay, whatever area that is. It all applies. Once you get it in one area, it kind of works itself out in the rest, or you start to make peace with your understanding of things. I talk about all the time, especially when it comes to like family and things. You're more likely to have romantic and platonic connections change quicker than families. You got a whole system, a whole family dynamic that goes on. So I say that to say sometimes the answer is you can work through things. Other times the answer is you just find a sense of peace and understanding for these things, and it's okay. There's no like one way that everything has to fit together, babies. It's okay. So with this unlearning self That's why it's really important that the purpose you have within you is the actual purpose you want. Or you might be aligning in areas that you don't truly care for. So let's pull out any of that stuff that doesn't serve your purpose. And let's have some new discovery here. New discovery with the self. Sweetness on what really matters. Now, when we clear out, when we cleanse out, okay, and we align in our path, when we start to walk forward in that path, it can be very, very a lot. Very, very a lot. It can be a lot. It can be very, very intense. Can you imagine if you were living so small and then you see your true value and now you're so big? And that's a lot. It's very intense. And that's typically the moments of self-sabotage where things are going well, but it's just so visible, which really just represents being vulnerable. And it's tough. It's tough to walk a new path. It's tough to be vulnerable. It's not going to kill you to be vulnerable. It's not going to hurt you to be vulnerable. But it's tough. It's tough, 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 tough. And that's okay. That's okay. That is okay. Completely okay. So, see yourself in the life that you want, but you see yourself taking steps. Purposeful steps. One foot in front of the other. Taking your time. Don't feel like you gotta run a marathon. You got a whole lifetime, sweetheart. Just take your time. Step by step by step. 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 Good job. Step by step by step. Step by step by step. Just one foot in front of the other. It's okay. 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 One foot in front of the other. It's okay. Just rest, rest, rest into this. Rest, rest, rest into this. Rest, 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 rest into this. Coming back to yourself. So, now that you are connected to your deepest sense of self, let's learn some things we can do in the moment when things are big and scary, but yet everything is what we want. It just requires a little bit of vulnerability. So, in the moment, start to allow your energy to flow. Don't allow it to freeze up in one area. Just allow that energy to flow. Okay. there's no way to be calm and perfect before. A lot of people call this imposter syndrome, where they feel like, they're doing something, but they still feel like not 100% enough. But that's okay. That's kind of a normal phenomenon that people feel. And also, everybody is going through different things on the inside, sweetness. And sometimes we think it's one thing and it might be something else. So just having some patience and some grace with yourself. Just take a step in front. It's okay, It's okay to be nervous sometimes. It's okay to have fear sometimes. It's okay. But none of those things are enough or a good enough reason to stop you from doing something. Go after it. Because those things are invisible. But the actions you can take in your life, they're physical. They're real. And you never want to give up on yourself because of something that's invisible. You want to continue to show up for yourself. Now, when it comes to love, when you learn how to love yourself right, and you learn how to create boundaries and beautiful parameters for others to love you right and for you to give that love in return, you also have to let go of a lot of things. And it's almost like you have to grieve your youth, or the time before where you did things differently. The naivete of things. And that's okay. Sometimes a person can grieve the person they used to be and think or associate that with an actual person. Oh, you miss this person. You probably don't miss that person. You probably miss who you were. And you feel like that person represents that. Perhaps. But also know that no matter what you've gone through in life, there are still so many opportunities ahead and available to you. But you do have to let go of the past in order to live in the present and walk forward into the future. And are you ready to let go of the past? Leave it where it's at. Don't look back. Just keep flowing. Just keep going. Because when you're able to do that, the whole world opens up for you. And you can do whatever you want. And you can go wherever you want to go. And you can have any journey. But you gotta leave your old adventure in order to embark on a new one. So start walking towards the future that you want. And let go of anything that did not serve you before, okay, sweetness? Well, family, you've done a fantabulous job. I really enjoyed our session today, per usual. And I hope that you can show up for yourself each and every day in loving yourself and doing what you need to do to enhance your experience. You only get one life, so live it. It's actually really fascinating, For those who get older and have spent a life in fear, fear of being seen, fear of messing up, wanting to make other people happy, it's so interesting that the older a person gets, the more they want to do more. But I feel like life is kind of like compound interest. I know I'm going somewhere with this. When you're younger, if you learn how to be free and organize your life in a way that's best for you, your whole life you start to benefit earlier on in life, kind of like money. Like when you start saving it early, you start, making more money or being able to save more money yourself to continue to flow in a direction that no longer serves you, or it's just going to be much more work later on. If you're new to the community, welcome, 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 babies. This is your nightly self-care routine where you relax, enjoy the moment, and just take care of yourself. You do whatever you need to do during this time to take care of yourself. So for all of my new babies, welcome, and for all of my returning babies, welcome, welcome back, sweetness. Mama loves you. So let's go ahead and get started. So if you're new to the communities, we start our session off with a prayer. It's not a religious prayer. It's just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and to bring us together as a community and as a collective. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay, may I touch you? Okay, ready? Dear universe and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest intention only and validate information from our highest self. Please allow us to let go of those things we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Okay, let's just start by just picking just little problems and just sending them on. Sending them somewhere else that ain't here. Just little problems that need to go. Just, it could be big problems too. That gotta go too. Sending that on. Sending that on to somewhere else that ain't here. Yeah, it gots to go home, but it's scared to get up out of here. So moving that, sending it on, sending that energy on, sending it on, just taking all that extra stuff out that needs to be removed, sending it somewhere else, just poking or tapping to just make sure everything is nice and in place where it needs to be. Nice and in place of where it needs to be. Okay, just continue to work through this, letting go with each exhale those big problems as well, and sending them on to their next evolutionary path, and just allowing it to be away from here. Breathing in and out. Inhaling and exhaling. Releasing, 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 releasing. Just remove, 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 remove. Take that. Send it on. 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 Just each one of these little bit of energy being sent on to somewhere else. Just removing all of your problems, sending them on somewhere else, and just stepping into place, making sure you feel together, you feel whole, you feel supported, and you have everything, sweetness that you need, and that you feel comforted here, okay? That you feel comforted here. That you feel comforted here. Well, sweetness, I hope you enjoyed this session. I hope you enjoyed this moment. I hope you enjoyed all of this lovely, 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 lovely energy, okay? And just exhale, release, let go. Let go so you can grow in a new direction. You don't have to hold on to your baggage. Just let it go. In fact, if you want to, just today we're going to be pulling, plucking, poking, and just removing any negative energy, anything that needs to be moved on to its next karmic experience and away from you, sweetness, okay? So if you're new to the community, welcome, babies. This is your nightly self-care routine, or daily, whenever you watch. And this is just a sacred or consistent space for you to do what you need to do in your self-care practice, and allowing that to be the foundation for your healing, for your love, for your manifestation, and anything else that comes up. So if you're new to the practice, we start the session off with a prayer. exhale and release, okay? And I'm just going to begin to pull that of which no longer needs to be there. And I'm going to remove it from your aura first, and then we're going to get into the chakras, your energy, and anything else that comes up during the session. So I'm just going to start by removing that from the aura and holding this space for you, for your growth, for your love, for your compassion, for your movement in the universe, which is so important and so special and so precious. So let me just continue to shift this through, and I'm just going to work all the way around sweetness, all the way around, so that it can be removed and not removed, and not returned, removed, and not returned, remove, and not returned, remove, and not returned, okay? So I'm just going to take that memory from long ago that needs to be let go for your karmic growth, as you are a co-creator of your life and you create the reality that you would like, independent of what you have experienced before. So I'm removing any obstacles that makes you want to linger to something that does not serve you. Now as you exhale, just release a little bit more of those parts of you that no longer serve you, no longer work, or not for your highest vibrational good. Inhale, exhale. So just balancing out the aura here and releasing and letting go. 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 Okay. I'm just going to activate certain parts of your energy field to be more receptive to what is best for you versus what you're just used to. So just continue to breathe through this here, exhaling, releasing, removing anything that no longer serves you, that limits you in any way. Okay, good job. Good job. Good job. So I'm just going to keep on pulling out. The aura is feeling good, and we're going to move now into the chakra system. And so let's just quickly scan over the chakras, all the way from the root to the sacral, sacral to the solar plexus, solar plexus to the heart, heart to the throat, throat to the third eye, and third eye to the crown, all the way back down from the crown to the third eye align yourself with who you truly should be. It is not your responsibility to live up to other people's expectations or the expectations that you assume that are on you. Release them, let them go. You have to live and fly by your own path. It's the only way that you can live out your destiny, your purpose of why you are you in this life each and every day. You have to say yes to it each and every day. You have to consent to living out your purpose and your destiny, and the little hints that you have are your dreams and your goals and the things that fill your heart up with happiness, the things you love to do, the things that bring you closer to yourself. Okay, pulling out any remainder there, removing that from the chakra system, and I'm just going to go in and do some balancing here. Just balancing and realigning you to what is best for you, what is best for your overall healing and strength, things like that. You've got this, and you are so much more stronger than you know, sweetness. Just breathe into this. I want you to just catch your breath here and breathe into this, into who you are, into the strength that you have, into the peace, into this journey. This is a very internal journey you're going on in this moment. So just breathe through it, release it, and I'm just going to take this time just to kind of clean up energetically anything that came up. Just get the broom and the dustpan, sweep it up, put it in the trash, baby. And just moving through this energy, moving through this energy at your own pace. You're running your own race, so just move for what works for you, So I'm just going to just pull more of you out to share with the world, connecting more of you with who you are, who you have always been, releasing any need to be anyone else except for yourself. How beautiful and lucky we are, sweetness, to experience you as you are, not as anything else except for who you are. So just going to pull that out, and I'm going to go in and just going to activate certain points in your energy field in order to initiate It is that sprinkle dingle of happiness that makes all the difference. Good job. Relax into this. Fantastic. I think you're looking pretty good, babies. I think you're looking pretty good. Relax. And enjoy just this reception of energy. I'm just going to do those final pulls to remove anything that is taking up too much space and to release it from your energy system. And I want you to know that you did a fantastic job, love. It is so beautiful, this energy that you brought into this space and all that you continue to bring into the universe. So just relax here, okay? And you are done. Okay, babies. Oh, well, family, I hope you are enjoying Gentle January, where you are receiving these healings and just moving through it in a very peaceful, a very gentle, very subtle way, as you are working on all of the other things that come at the beginning of the year. Be very proud of yourself. Take time to look at your growth and grow internally first, and then allow your beauty to show externally. It is all worth it. Continue to go forward in what is important to you and never give up on yourself. And or bloom. I am Jessica Sup. I also go by Jet. I am a Reiki master teacher and intuitive, and today we have a special healing session. It is cutting away, cutting out, pulling out, and cutting out anxiety and trauma. So if you're new to the community, welcome, 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 babies. This is your nightly self-care routine where you just take care of yourselves, love. So all you gotta do is just sit back, relax, and enjoy the session, fall asleep, or do whatever you like to do, sweetness, during this self-love time and your self-care practice. So if you're new, welcome, babies, and if you're returning, welcome, welcome, welcome back, babies. Mama loves you. So let's go ahead and get started. So we start our session off with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer, it's just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and to bring us together as a community and as a collective. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Beautiful. May it touch you. Okay. Take a couple breaths, 3 breaths, okay? Your second breath now. And finally your third breath. Okay. Dear universe, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest intention and validate information from our highest self only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and to embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am Ashe. Ashe, Ashe, okay. So just going to start removing, cord cutting, releasing any of these toxic dynamics that needs to be freed. Just relax here and I'll just go in and take care of all of this. Exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, okay? Let me see what's going on. Just working through your energy here. Just being mindful of how it is. Breathing in and out. Good job. So, any anxiety, just release it. the stems on a flower. Just taking it away, releasing it, sending it on to its next path. Let it be, let it be, and let it be. Okay, good job. Let it be, let it be, let it be. So each and every day, just learn to love yourself